Yo, so one of the reasons why I started this Snaptown Eddie brand is because a lot of people used to talk crap about me right in my face. At times I used to be bullied, and at times when I stood up for myself, the violator would cry as the victim, and me as the victim would look like the violator. It got to the point in my life now that I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm going to just stand up for myself. Either way, I will be wrong. If I don't, I'll be wrong if I do. Sometimes, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people can understand this, that you live in a damn if you do, damn if you don't world. So just stand 10 toes down, and as they say in this generation, stand on business. Because you only have one life, and you must treat your life as, as one of the most precious things in the world, because this is what God gave you. The thing about bullying is a lot of people that bullies others, they're liars, they're pieces of shit. They are some of the worst people in the world. One thing for sure, two things for certain, that you don't play with God's people. You don't mess with God's people. God don't play about his people. And God will see about you. You may got away with it at this moment, but sooner or later, the Lord from above will deal with you for those who believe. But I was, not only throughout my childhood and throughout friends, family, co-workers, and things of that nature, it got to the point where I was contemplating suicide. But hopefully the good Lord sent something. He gave me something, and he said, hey, go to Chicago. And in Chicago, I rebirthed myself. I was born in Chicago, but I was born again as Snaptown Eddie. My offenders ended up being sick, because the same person who they thought that was a loser and wasn't about shit ended up being in circles around people who many grew up watching, end up living dreams that they didn't have the balls to live. But see, bullying includes behaviors that intimidates, degrades, offends, or humiliate a worker, often in front of others. That's what I went with at Eskenazi Health Hospital. Bullying behavior creates feelings of defensiveness and undermines an individual's right to dignity at work. Bullying is different from aggression. Now, like I said, when I was at Eskenazi Health Hospital in Indianapolis, Indiana, I reported this to Human Resources because I feared so much of me losing my job. At the end of the day, I did end up losing my job. I reported on the supervisor's friends. At the same time, when I reported on that individual, my managers was like, oh, you could have came to us. Why would I come to y'all? Y'all friends with this son of a bitch. But while I'm speaking about bullying, there was a 10-year-old kid. So this is the story of 10-year-old Sammy, who was bullied for his glasses and teeth. Here's the story from his parents.
He was my little boy. He was my baby. He was the youngest one.
I held him in my arms, and I did things that no father should ever have to do. And anytime I closed my eyes, that's all I could see. They were making fun of him for his glasses. In the beginning, they went on to make fun of his teeth. He was beat up on the school bus, and the kid broke his glasses and everything. And I called the school, and I'm like, "What are you doing about this? It keeps getting worse and worse and worse. It's not getting any better. As a matter of fact, it's getting worse." They knew this was going on.
I always tell the kids, because Sammy and his sister went to bed first because they were younger, and telling them they had to brush their teeth and get ready for bed, and having him not being there to hug before bed.
I have another video for y'all from this gentleman who jumped his 7-year-old's daddy because the daddy's 7-year-old daughter kept bullying his daughter. So here's the side of this gentleman's story. Check this out.
A 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school. I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you. But we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right.
So once again, for all my harassers, detractors, violators, things of that nature, and thank God I was never sexually violated, but anyway, there's several people who has. I tell you what, and I want to send a shout out to all the ones that I used to work with who used to harass me and things of that nature. And they say, you know, forgiveness is a sign of progression. I somewhat forgive them. You know, and there's a slight resentment, I ain't gonna lie. But at the same damn time, a lot of them have been living some damn good lives after getting away with so much. I tell you what, if they was on fire, I wouldn't even bother to piss on them. This is Naptown Eddie. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and share the video. Naptown Eddie over and out.